Hope you guys didn't forget about me. It's your boy Flobo. What's up, Flobo is the show. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to this episode and all the other episodes and telling your friends about the episodes. That's all well and good. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. Well, don't beat the step two. I think it's like the longest I've gone between episodes since starting the show in December, and I have a good reason why. We'll get to that in a minute. I just want to say Monday was pretty cool. Monday and Tuesday were cool for different reasons. I can't go into details, but I will say on Monday I was able to help out with the WWE when they were in town for Ontario. And on Tuesday, I was on a game show as a contestant. I can't give you much details beyond that, but I just want to say that's pretty much where I was on Monday and on Tuesday. Now, Sunday, I was telling you about being able to juggle a lot of things. I was going to help out with realtalker.com on an Oscar red carpet, not the Oscar red carpet, but on an Oscar red carpet. And I was excited for it. If you guys haven't seen it now, some of the pictures of that exchange is over on my Instagram at Flobito. Fantastic experience. Got to meet a lot of cool people. Chris Tucker, Tiffany Haddish, Russell Peters was the one that made me get starstruck just a little bit. I was like, it's Russell Peters, and that was pretty fun. But I want to talk to you about that exchange specifically and how it got to that. Just because I'm not here to brag, but I think there's something you can learn from that experience, right? So a friend of mine who works with me on AfterBuzz, the hashtag Healed Jim Alexander, is a journalist over at realtalker.com. That's REELTALKER.com, Real Talker. Invited me out to Byron Allen's Entertainment Studios Oscar Gala. It's a side event where people, celebrities from all over the world get together and watch the Oscars in a separate venue, but it's kind of a way to raise money for charity. And something that I would have said no to usually. It's Sunday and I'm old and I'm tired and it's raining out there in Los Angeles. But I said yes to it. It was an amazing experience, judging by the photographs that you saw on Instagram and social media this week. I would say this. I've been doing entertainment for a long time, and it's changed, whether it's copywriting or comedy or all that kind of crazy stuff in between. But this is a whole new territory, being able to, one, at first support someone else behind the camera while they are doing news gathering, while they're getting interviews. And even towards the end of the night, I got a chance to hop over the velvet rope and to be an interviewer myself. And I had a couple of cool moments I want to share with you today. And hopefully you can extract things from this. Russell Peters is actually one of my favorite comedians. I don't have a comedian ranking list. I shouldn't. But if I did, he'd be up there. He's from Canada, and his parents are Indian. But like me, he's a first-generation North American, right? He was born here. Parents are born somewhere else. And so a lot of his humor, even though it's specifically about the Indian experience or the Canadian experience, I could always pull from. And he grew up with West Indian people, too. So that was pretty cool that he was able to do it. So it was towards the end of the night, I was actually doing a stand-up. Stand-up is a term where you go in front of the logo or just with the camera with you, you're standing up and you say, "Hi, my name is X. We're at event Y. Look out for more," kind of a thing. And I saw Russell Peters there. And I go, "Hey, Russell, do you want an interview?" Which to me was bold. This guy's a celebrity, right? He could have been like, "Nah." And I'd have been, okay. But I probably would have jumped off a cliff or a bridge or something, But I went for it. Step one. "Hey, man, want an interview?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Oh, gosh, okay. Now I need to have questions where I can't mess it up." And we sat and we talked, but it was so easy breezy because this guy was a working comic and he was able to share his experiences and what he does in his writing process. And he also commended me. He actually gave me props because he said, "I'm actually further along in 5 years than he was. I'm on red carpets interviewing him." If he only knew it was me internally sweating. But it was pretty cool getting that cosign from Russell Peters, man. It really was. And I got his photograph. Again, I'm not telling you this name drop, but the lessons I thought was pretty cool was saying yes to something that you wouldn't say yes to, seeing an opportunity there and going for it, and just being yourself when you had a chance to sit there and talk to somebody. I think those are very universal things you can pull from, whether it's getting that promotion at your job or asking that girl out for Valentine's Day. And it doesn't really have to, be for specific reasons. It's just life advice. And the second one was definitely meeting Chris Tucker. I saw the Rush Hour films. I grew up with that, and one of his lines from his Def Comedy Jam days I still use when I'm trying to make ends meet. He would say, "I'm so poor if someone tried to rob me, they'd be practicing. That's pretty. So yeah, I got a chance to sit and stand and talk to him as well. Again, a little bit of a nerves there because he was actually making the rounds. Most celebrities go from station to station to station on their way out. But in this case, he was kind of going back and forth. So to be able to flag him down and ask him, hey, I'm not going to ask you a basic question. All right, I'm not going to ask you if you have any advice for anyone trying to make it. That is the worst question to ask anybody. I don't know if you're talking about celebrities or even professors. Because imagine this. I assume most of you people who are watching this right now have graduated high school or college. If you haven't, no judgment, but just assume you graduated high school. So imagine you graduating high school or college, and a 5-year-old tugs on your shoulder and goes, or your waist, your pants, and goes, hey, I'm starting kindergarten next week. Do you have any advice? And it's like, well, I've already done so much. I'm not sure how much of a nugget I can give you. I can tell you to keep studying, but that's kind of vague or platitude. Or I can get very specific and say, what you need to do is make sure you don't eat glue. But does that really apply to someone who eats or may not eat glue? I don't know your situation. And I think a lot of celebrities feel that same way too. It's like, well, I've made it. But one, these celebrities are probably looking for more success on their own. And two, when someone asks them, hey, you got any advice for like how to make it for up and coming thing? It's like, what do I possibly tell you that's going to be relevant? So what ends up happening is you get a bunch of platitudes. Like, you just got to work hard and you just got to, work at it and you just got to 110%. And it ends up being this giant loop of working hard. All right. But with Chris Tucker, I was like, look, what advice do you have for someone, new paragraph, that is looking to go on his first tour? Very, very specific, very, very drilled down. I was kind of proud of myself. I started the landing and I was like, anyone see that? Nobody cares. All right, cool. And Chris gave some advice. It's actually on my Insta story today, but give advice basically, hey, look, try to work on the material first and then do the clubs. And with the clubs, you can make the connections to go on the road. But I thought to me that was something I learned too in practice, that I got a usable answer because I asked the question specifically. I know it's at panels or at Comic-Cons when you're sitting in the audience and, I don't know, Matt Groening from The Simpsons or Batman's writer Scott Snyder sitting there. Well, writer Scott Snyder sitting there. He was like, oh, do you have any advice for a writer? Do you have any advice for a musician? Do you have any advice for a rodeo clown? But really, it's to your benefit to go down and really specific and say, hey, look, you've done this thing before. Can you help me out? I'm like totally admiring myself in this video. I don't usually wear tank tops in public, but I just came from the gym. I was feeling pretty warm. So I figured I'd do it, It was arm day. Ugh. Yo, thank you so much for listening to this edition of What's Up, Flobo. Please like, comment, subscribe, clip out the show, or even put the whole show over there on your social media networks. I need all the subscribers I can get. New Amsterdam Radio is coming soon, I promise. It's the XFL Rundown. If you haven't subscribed to New Amsterdam Radio, it's a podcast where you take the news and events of the day and drill it down for creatives. So make sure you check that out. Let me know what you think. It actually streams right here on YouTube about an hour or so delay. So if you don't want to do the whole iTunes or Spotify, you can sit here on YouTube. Let me know what you think. Man, until next time, peace out and be good to each other.